What it is. Welcome to another episode of End of the Farplane. This is End of the Farplane number 14, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a great episode. We got things to do this week, and we got things going on. So without further ado, yeah, go ahead and say hi, Clay.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Sorry, it's just like this is like for the lull that we've had. Like this is a good week for us to talk about a lot of stuff, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It is. So that's Clay. Yo, what up, everybody? It's Tech, and it does seem like we have a good week in store for us. So I'm gonna let Clay start this bad boy off with whatever the hell I have as the first topic.
We're gonna talk about Dark Fina banner. We're gonna talk about the new banner that just came out. Okay.
There we go.
So it has 3 units on it, Tech, and we have a 3-star, 4-star, and a 5-star. And I don't know if that's purposely done, but it seems like a good Seems like they do that a lot. You know, you have a 3-star pull, you can get a 4-star pull, and a 5-star pull you can get.
Right.
And do you pronounce him L or Ellie or what? Like, how do you think you pronounce it?
It's either L, Ellie, or Ella.
Ella.
3. Yeah.
I feel like it would be L.
I would go with Ella is because
it's a dude, right?
Probably. Think so.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the Wiki since it's always right. The Wiki's always right.
Anyway, L apparently has a TM growth egg. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, L's TM is more of a tank TM, which is okay. And L himself is a 3-star going up to 5-star base, so not the best. You probably aren't too happy if you pull him, to be honest. Like, yeah, he is an upgrade to your muscle belts and your tanks if you're going HP based, really. But he's more of like one of those afterthoughts. If you pull a lot of this booby priced, unit, that's what you're going to do is you're going to fuse them together, or you're going to, farm 5 of them and fuse them together and get one of his TMs. Right. Next up, we have a pretty good healer in Luca. 4-star base going up to 6-star. So, L only went to 5-star. Luca's going to go to 6-star. She's actually a pretty good healer. And then we, her TM is Water God's Protection. Not the best against super situational. More so against water biases. Maybe if we have to fight Leviathan or something one day down the road. And then we have Dark Fina, a 5-star base going to 6-star.
I see what you were going to, what you did there. I forgot to change it on the outline.
yeah, that's why I said that. That's why I said growth egg. The outline says growth egg.
Gotcha,
I was just fucking with you. Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, Water God's Protection. What does that do? I'm having issues with
Water God's Protection. It gives you like 25% water resist, and then it gives you some stats like I think it's Spirit and MP, which isn't bad. But at the same time, it's like there are better TMs out there. They're even better at doing what Water God's Protection is trying to do, right? It gives you MP and Spirit 25%. Now that's a lot of MP and a lot of Spirit, but there are other ones out there that give you that and then give you more in a way. And then increasing water resist. Again, like I said, we have to find a really hard, like maybe water trial or something like that. So it could see its uses, but not so much. I don't see it being super amazing or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have that badass, the bad BDSM chick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And Dark Fina. Fina, she cracks that whip on you. You better look out. Again, she comes in at 5-star going up to 6-star, and she right now is the top mage in global, so she takes the place of Xdeath.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We were having discussions about this yesterday on my stream. Somebody was definitely telling me that Xdeath was the top mage, but I was pretty sure she beat him even on JP rankings before enhancements happened. So yeah, that's what I thought. But
I mean, Xdeath definitely on global is closer to her than he was on JP, I think, because of letters to arm stacking. Right. However, Dark Fina is just going to hold the spot because of her abilities and things like that, in my opinion. On top of the fact she has easier equipment to get higher magic, and we still don't know yet if her TM Dark Bond, guys. And her TM is Dark Bond, which is a damn good TM. Magic up 30% with a rod, magic up 20% with a robe. So essentially, any mage that's not Xdeath, that can equip these rod and robe at the same time is going to get 50% to their magic. What if that stacks, Tech? Like, what if that stacks like letter to arm?
Stacks, then that's fucking sick. Like,
it's gross.
It is.
It's gross. You're gonna need multiple Dark Fina to be able to do anything. Yeah,
it's insane because letter of arms requires you to have that sword on. The highest sword we have with magic is what, the enhancer, right?
Yes.
For now. So yeah, the highest rod we have is I think twice, if not a little bit more than twice, the magic that the enhancer has, and you're getting the same amount of percentage that letter of arms would give you. So yeah, it'd be. Plus, you can wear a robe, Yeah. Xdeath can't wear a robe. He's already missing out on the slot. Xdeath can't wear a robe.
But I heard somebody say, like, hey, but, he's tankier than Fina. the Dark Fina. But like, I mean, if you put Minerva Bustier or whatever on her,
yeah,
how much more tanky?
Yeah, he's not really that much more tanky. So he can
think
slap on
so
some
either.
armor. Yeah,
Yeah.
Big fucking whoop. Like look, all I know is if you just look at it this way: when you go in the arena and you look at an X-Death, or you look at a any other freaking mage, even if they are 5-star, how many turns does it take you to kill them if Cecil doesn't get in your way? One. Exactly one turn.
Yep.
Yeah. How many times do you have to fucking raise somebody? Like, if the difference between, like, Kefka back in the day and X-Death is maybe Kefka would die and X-Death had 100 health left. That's the big difference. Right. It's not that huge. So, anyway, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know. I agree with because X-Death is a 3-star base, so of course people, they want their X-Death to be strong because they have X-Death. They don't want him to be dethroned. They've probably thrown their mage pots into him, and they're like, no, X-Death is better. And I can see the argument. There's still an argument there that you're comparing a 3-star base unit to a 5-star base unit. 3-star base unit that can become super powerful with another Ingus TM, Letter to Arms, another 3-star base units TM, and you're comparing like Dark Fina, which if her Dark Bond does stack, like to build Dark Fina the best way you can, you need a lot of besides you need 2 Shantoto TMs, you need Dual Wield, which is a Zidane TM, which is still a 3-star base, and he's actually becoming more and more accessible since the buff on the 3-star draws, and then you need her TM. So in a way, it's like, I don't know. Like, I can see their argument, but at the same time, Dark Fina is still top. Like, even if you can argue, maybe if you want to say free-to-play players, who is better for you? I guess X-Death, but I mean, if you pull Dark Fina, you got to be kidding me if you're not using her. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to run X-Death instead of Dark Fina? I don't believe you.
I think what people need to realize is that, yes, he's a 3-star base, he goes to 6-star, so he is in the 6-star level, but every 5-star base should be, to their counterpart, should be better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you have a 5-star healer, it should be better than a 3-star healer that can get to 6-star. It should be.
Right.
So, I mean, either way, she should beat out X-Death. Maybe not by much, but she should. Because, I mean, X-Death is a tree god, right? All hail Lord and Savior X-Death, right? So, that's all I'm saying. I could be wrong. I could be fucking wrong. By the way, I'm drinking already.
You already started it up?
Already started. So cheers, and Kampai.
Cheers, dude.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro. Cheers. All right. So with the Dark Fina banner, we also got memories from the Aquapolis, which is a story event. Essentially, it's like just like the Final Fantasy IV event where you would, you go into a little bit of an exploration, fight a boss, and then you got to go in and fight that boss again, and then another boss, continue through the exploration. So, very cool. I do love those because it does get, harder and harder as you go through. They're, challenging, and you only have to do it once, which I guess is not like a farming grind event, which some people may love, but for me, having a challenge, I beat it once and I get my reward, that seems cool to me. I like that. Yeah. So it goes all the way up to Elite. Pro giving you the whip weapon, which still isn't really that great. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, maybe in the future there'll only be somebody who can wield whips only, and maybe we want to use it on them. But even for Dark Fina, you want to be putting a rod on her. Obviously, rod gives you more magic, and then rod boosts her own stats up if she has her Dark Bond. So the whip's kind of but that's why they put the weapon in pro mode, and then on Elite you get a 10% trust Moogle, which everybody wants to get their hands on. So yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm actually a little I don't know if I'm happy necessarily about this week's event, because I think I was looking forward to something I can farm, but I guess it doesn't really matter to me. This is also a week of Trustmaster farming, so. So what else is this? What else does the Aquapolis give us, by the way?
It gives us some 6-star material, some lapis. It also gives us 2 items in the Maiden's Vestment and the Water God's Amulet. These items aren't very great to use immediately. They have a lot of water resist on them, a little bit of other stats. And again, these just seems like they're flavorful for the event because Aquapolis, I guess, Luca being the water user, things like that. I think is it Luca's Maiden's Vestment? Is that Luca's dress or whatever, and the Water God's amulet is her amulet. Is that what this is? I assume
so.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, it seems like it. So maybe you would use these on a water boss. Again, they're not going to be, for a player who doesn't have a lot of equipment just starting out, you're going to get some good equipment here you can throw on your units. Other than that, a lot of us who've been playing for a while, this may just sit in your box for a little bit and wait for, a time when you may need water resistance.
Right. Okay. All right. No, sounds good, man. So, I guess it's good that they gave us a little bit of the 6-star mats in the event itself, and then they got some Lapis and some other shit. But overall, the event rewards aren't that bad. Plus, who doesn't love getting a free trust mogul? Just go in there, beat somebody, get a trust mogul. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset about the event because I think this also adds to the lore, doesn't it? Isn't there like actual story during it?
Yeah, there's actual story in here, and I'm actually a little confused, so I'm going to be excited to talk to you about it. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I would like to talk to Tech about the story in the next Enter the Farplane, so be caught up on it, and if not, prepare for spoilers, because I think Tech and I are going to have to discuss what's going on in this next time. Okay. I think we should discuss it a little bit. Okay. So just fair warning, next one may have some spoilers for this event, and the event will be running for a week. You guys should have it clear, or at least learned about the story by then. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Word. Yeah, I love me some lore, man. I love me some lore. So let's see here. Before we even move into the big topic for the night, I think that's going to take up a good chunk of time. They have a new bundle in the store right now for what is it, 3,000? Is it 2,000 or 3,000 Lapis?
It's 2,000 Lapis.
2,000 Lapis, okay. And it gives you like a bunch of 6-star mats and like 3 sets of 20 metal gigantars, which is cool because it looks like they broke it up so that if you wanted to get your 20 and then another 20 and then another 20 instead of having to buy unit slots, you can do that.
Right, yeah. That's why, so it's awesome that they did that. So it wasn't like, 60 all at once, and it was like, you don't have enough unit spots. Yeah, you can just fill out 20, use them, grab 20 more. You're so right about that. That was pretty cool they did that. Good stuff. So I guess the question is it worth it, right?
Is it worth it? I personally do think it's worth it. But that's only because I'm pay to play, and that's just me getting stuff. I don't mind.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at it from like a pay to play. I mean, it's hard to say. Like a lot of these are hard to say if it's worth it, right? If you were buying Lapis, if it was a Lapis bundle, we could do math, we could do money, and we could tell you if it's worth it. But as far as this Dark Fitness special is concerned, it's pretty much how much do you value these 6-star mats? How much do you value Metal Gigantwars? Like on your account, what is your account going? How much money do you spend on the game? If you don't spend any, how much Lapis has you saved up? Because it's 2,000 Lapis, and then let's think about we can think about the Cactuar Dunes. How much does 2,000 Lapis get you in runs? How many Metal Gigantwars are going to do? There's a lot of math you could do there, but overall, it's going to be account base. Do you want these Metal Gigantwars? Time is not. You can't put a value on time, right? Because even though you could spend 2,000 Lapis on refilling your energy and running the Cactuar Dunes the next time it comes out, that's a lot of damn time you have to put into the game. So essentially, here it's like a time saver, and they kind of starved us of 6-star material mats in a way the last 3 weeks. So they're throwing us a bone here, I guess. It doesn't cost any money, so you don't even go pay to play by buying this, right? You can still spend your in-game Lapis. So I think it's a count basis, man. It's going to be rough to tell you, to be honest, if it's worth it for a free to play.
Yeah, I think people need to do some. I'm not going to say they have to do some deep soul searching, but they got to do a little bit of soul searching. Figure out if they, especially the free to play people, if they need the mats to raise up anybody they just pulled. If they manage to get WKN, it's the only tank they can use. If they have Noctis recently, or if they pulled another 5-star going into 6-star, if it's going to be a useful investment for you. Do you want to get your 6-star now, or do you want to wait another week for the possible event to come? Also, at the same time, are you buying those bundles that pop up into the shop that actually cost Gil? I don't think we covered this at all in the last few weeks, so I think that's something that we should talk about for just a second. I know this is off topic again, but those bundles for the Gil, I think those little bundles are worth it as well. So if you're not buying those little things for like the three metal metal cactars or cactuars, however you say it.
And guys, be sure to know he's talking about the bundles you can buy with Gil, not the bundle where you spend Lapis to get Gil. That one's shit. Don't do that one.
Don't do that. Yeah. Never do that.
People might get confused. I just want to make sure, because somebody got confused on my stream. He's referring to the ones you buy with Gil. So he's talking about the bundle of enhancement and then today's special, which is essentially normally just one 6-star material, maybe some magicite, things like that. He's saying that is worth it. And again, I think it's worth it too. I think it's worth it to pick it up. The problem is, it's again count basis. If you don't have any Gil, to like
don't get it. Yeah.
can't get this. But, people who TM farm, who, have been playing the game for a while, we have a lot of gil, so we can expend this. And remember, guys, your gil is going to get you enhancements later on in the game, and they cost a lot of gil. Enhancements in the game.
If I'm not mistaken, they run about $2 million to $3 million, depending on the character. I think that's the cost of them. I think it's $2 million. Yeah. But I think I was talking with our resident JP expert, was Ayusama, and she was letting us. She was informing me how much it costs in there, because I was really curious how much these enhancements are going to set me back later on. For those who have like 16 to 20 million gil, freaking good on you. I'm always teetering between 10 million, so that's 5 enhancements for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's that's something you need to look out for in the future too. So not only do you have to worry about your 6-star mats, but enhancements should be here soon. We're coming up to that point where we're going to start seeing enhancements I want to say in about 3 months, 3 to 4 months. We're probably going to start seeing enhancements. So this is a really good time to start saving. Right? The game's been out since July, I thought, right? So this should be 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, about 6 months. So, yeah, 3 months, guys, could go by fast. I mean, we've already been in the game for 6 months. So, yeah, you got to start preparing for the future. It's always good to be future-proof. But, it's a little off topic from what we were talking about. But like Tech says, he believes these things are worth it for gil, and I do agree with him. But do not buy that $100 Lapis bullshit bundle of riches. Not worth it at all. No, don't do that, guys.
Never do that.
Please don't. Yeah,
that's the those little packs, that is the most deceptive thing. Like if it was if the price was lowered from 100 to 10 lapis, I'd say go right the fuck ahead.
Sure.
10 lapis, I'd buy it all day. But 100 lapis, that's a whole refill, man. Like you can make more than they give you on that whole refill. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And than what you're doing just to buy that. So I wouldn't think it's worth it, man. But anyway, so let's go ahead and crack into the big thing for the night. We got an announcement. What was it? I want to say yesterday. They posted on Twitter that the Ariana Grande banner is indeed coming on the 19th, which seems a little odd because it seems, or maybe I'm not going to say banner. The event, the collab, is coming on the 19th.
They said collab. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I personally, I think you're on the same page as me. I don't actually think that Ariana Grande is going to be a banner pull. I think that she's going to be a event, kind of like Maxwell. Maybe not as steep in difficulty, but I do think that she's going to be an event that you can earn her in, which I think is the fair way of doing it if you're trying to pull in some of her viewership, or fan base. But anyway, what is this? Tell me what this actually means for the game, man. What does this mean for the game?
Essentially, Ariana Grande collab is this is the way we were announced to it. Ariana Grande came on and she was like, "Hey guys, check me out on Instagram. I'm going to be a character in Final." So
hold up. What did you just say?
Go ahead.
Say it again.
What is it?
You just cut out for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said, Ariana Grande came out on her Instagram and was like, "Hey guys, I'm going to be a character in FFBE," and that's how the news broke. There was no word from Gumi. There was no word on the FFBE Twitter. There was nothing. It was just Ariana Grande, I guess, was allowed to announce she was coming in.
Unless she broke her NDA or her
unless she broke the NDA. Yeah, unless she just did it on her own, which would be fucking terrible for her, I guess. But so she's coming in the game, and what this means for our game is that we're going to get a lot more publicity for FFBE, and I think that's great. We're going to pull in a little bit of more of a player base that like her. I mean, have you seen the tweets that are coming out from her fans on the actual FFBE Gumi tweet?
So much.
There's so much. They love it. They're like, I can't wait to get this cute character. It's amazing. I love her. So it's going to be bringing some good publicity. It's going to be bringing more players to our game. The bad part about this is it's going to piss off a lot of our players that are already in the game who don't give a shit about Ariana Grande. That's the bad part.
Yeah. Now,
but I mean, other than that,
on the same note, because I actually just downloaded the Reddit app for my phone because I actually didn't know Reddit had an app for my phone. Because the last time I looked, there was no app. So I'm finally playing around on Reddit. I decided to check out the some posts on there. There's a lot of hate on Reddit. I don't know why, but actually I do know why. But either way, freaking, there is some really good points, man. Like just you said, it's publicity. Ariana Grande has like 44 million followers on Twitter or some shit.
So yeah, something crazy.
I mean, like it's crazy amounts of followers that she has. Meanwhile, if we look at the FFBE, EN, JP, WW, they got what? Maybe a couple million. I mean,
it's not even close. It's not even close tech. And so like a lot of people are saying, like, you know, it's bringing these people into the game who don't like Final Fantasy. They're not gamers, and they're going to quit in the first couple of weeks, right? That's what they say. Right, that's the way. They'll be like, they'll come in, they'll get Ariana, then they won't play anymore. So like, Gumi, it's not that good of publicity. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I know a lot of people who didn't know Final Fantasy Brave Exvius was a game. They're Final Fantasy fans, and they're reading the news, and it says Ariana Grande to be in a video game, and they see Final Fantasy Brave Exvius exist. And these are nerds like us. These are people who just didn't know this game existed, and they see, like, they're looking at Kotaku, they're looking at IGN, and they see Ariana Grande to be an FFBE. What the hell's FFBE? We're still bringing in a certain number of players who are Final Fantasy lovers because they saw the publicity from that Ariana Grande brings to this kind of stuff, right? Pop stars bring. So,
right.
I think it's great. I think it's a great thing, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's awesome because, and I mean, some people are going to take some serious offense to me saying that it's awesome that she's doing a collab, but honestly, think about the amount of people that are gamers, because I think a lot of people think of this as we'll be getting a lot of plebs and noobs joining the game, but a lot of those people, even if they followed Ariana Grande, they may have not have been a Final Fantasy player, but they may play freaking GTA, they may be playing freaking Need for Speed, they may be a freaking Skyrim fan, and they just never considered playing Final Fantasy. But if a celebrity starts playing this, some people end up following suit. I mean, they wouldn't be celebrities if nobody cared about them, right? So, or at least wanted to follow them. So, I think this is a great move on their part. It's a really smart marketing move. Plus, if you look at the JP side of the house, they've had numerous idols on their shit. The Japanese love having idols put into their video games. It's like, I don't know, it's a big thing for them. Right. Meanwhile, I mean, granted, it is a different culture. Yeah, they love shit like that. But it's a different culture in the West, which is maybe half the reason why we never get some of the video games that they make over there. I mean, for years we didn't get Final Fantasies that were released in Japan. We didn't get them until PlayStation 2 re-releases, you know? So I think it's a good thing. And it's not the first time that we've had celebrities involved in the video games. We've had Leona Lewis, Florence, and was it Florence and the what? Final Fantasy 15. Give it to me, Clay. Florence and something. The Machine? I think it's the Machine.
The Machine? You talking about the song?
Yeah, the Stand By Me song. Who does that?
The Stand By Me song. Yeah. I don't know the actual name of the band. Is that what you're asking?
It's Florence. Yeah, I think it's Florence and the Machine or something like that.
I just searched FF15 Stand By Me song. That's what I searched. I just listened to it.
Nice. Very nice. No, I mean, we've had a lot of celebrities that have been involved in the video game. Some celebrities have actually made it in video games. Granted, it wasn't a Final Fantasy, but these are things that happen. And I know a lot of people take it to different levels because they think that, Final Fantasy, well, if they're putting Ariana Grande in the game, what's to stop them from putting in Justin Bieber? What's to stop them from putting in freaking Obama, Donald Trump? I mean, those are some real extremes, guys. Like, I'm not going to say this is a one-time deal. This could happen again later on, but depends on how successful this is, right?
This is how I see it happening. And speaking of that song that was for FF15, so to get that song in, they had to make a deal with the record company that group works for, right? That's how deals are made. So they made a deal to make that song. Then I think they already had a record deal. I think it's the same record company, or the publisher, that works with Ariana Grande. So what I think they did was like, hey, this is a great move. Let's use Ariana Grande to make a song for FFBE for some publicity. And then I think Ariana Grande is like, or maybe Ariana Grande or the Gumi people, or Lim, or Square Enix, probably Square Enix because they're everything, was like, how about we make her a character? Let's just make this like a cool song. Actually, I like the song, Tech. Did you listen to the song?
Oh yeah, the song is freaking amazing.
I think it's amazing too.
I don't care what its theme is supposed to be. I mean, if you listen to Leona Lewis's song for Final Fantasy 13, it has nothing to do with the game. But I think it fits for the ending sequence, and it fit for the trailer they sent out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good voice crack there. I like that. Yeah, I mean, I think the song sounds amazing. Plus the orchestra. I mean, I don't give a shit. I have tickets to go see Distant World in May. I'm a big fan of orchestra music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that the orchestra and then the remix of the music itself, it brings in a different, like, it brings in that fantasy-esque theme of it. It sounds really good. Like, I want to listen to it right now without the dudes talking in it. No offense to those guys. Yeah.
It got me hyped.
So, oh yeah. I'm gonna be listening to that a lot once it's like cleaned up and it's just released by itself, man. all night, every night.
All night, every night. And then I'll listen to Ariana Grande while I use her character.
Yes.
Oh, her name is Dangerous Ariana, by the way, right? That's her name in the game?
I don't know. It's either going to be Dangerous Woman
pictures on Twitter.
or it's Dangerous
they
Ariana.
released pictures on Twitter with her name.
They did?
So, yeah,
Dangerous
her unit was
Ariana.
there. Dangerous Ariana is her name.
DA.
Yeah. So, yep.
All right. I mean, they could have done better with
Ariana.
that. They should just called her Ariana. That's how I feel about that. Ariana would have worked just fine.
I actually like it.
You like Dangerous Ariana? Okay. Hey, whatever. I got nothing to say about it, but I mean, it's their choice, right? I'm just gonna call her Ariana either way. So, I mean, it's not like I'm tired of saying WKN and White Knight Noel. There is no other Noel in the game, right?
Right.
So I'm just gonna call him Noel. Anyway,
Noel. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but so what is your opinion on what happened here? Like, how do you feel about this? Are you cool with it?
Okay. Yeah, I at first was very taken back by it. I was like, I don't understand this. This seems dumb as hell. And then as I did research and thought about it, calm down, because first off, you're going to have shock because like people just don't believe you. Like I was telling some of my friends that used to play FFB, I'm like, Ariana Grande is going to be in the game. They're like, shut the hell up, dude, you're lying. And I'm like, no, it's real. And that first shock that takes you, like you just get mad again because I live in the United States. I've never heard of pop stars just coming to video games and it being a cool thing. And then I read some, I educated myself. This is the thing that normally happens. And as I looked into it more, and they released more information. She's doing a song for the game. She's and then we started to figure out maybe she's not even going to be on a banner. Maybe she's going to be an earnable character. How is that not cool? Like I'm cool with it now. It's like that is awesome. She made a song. I think it's pretty rad. It's pretty cool. And then we also just get to earn a character. Like just put it in your box. If you like her, just forget about it. It's one event. It's whatever. But it's bringing good things to our game. It's good for us as content creators. It's good for the community. It's bringing more players in. The only bad part, again, I could say is if you don't want to see that, just, I guess, not play the game and TM farm for, like, however long the collab is going on. What about you, Zach? How do you feel about it?
I will say I was probably like mine there. When this thing was happening, I was streaming, and somebody I thought was trolling me and said that Ariana Grande is going to be in the game. I was like, you're fucking, you're lying to me. That's not real. Nah, man, check out her fucking Instagram. And then it was there. It was there, and I was a little shocked. I was like, what in the hell are they doing? I don't think this is a great idea. And then the investigative part of me started to pick up, and I was like, well, maybe I should look into this a little more, examine this photo. Maybe I should look at this with an unbiased mind. And when she posted the pictures of her sprite, I was kind of on board at that point. I was like, all right, this shit looks dope. I can't lie that they actually looks like they spent time on her sprites. I can't really be upset because it makes sense for them to try to get somebody bigger name to get their game to sell more. Promotion is definitely the way that people like to do things, even if it's bad publicity. Like I didn't even want to bring this up too much, but there's a guy who was banned from Twitter. He's recently got a book deal. I'm not going to say any names, but the book is probably going to be the most, I'm not going to say bigoted or racist or,
wait, what?
I'm not going to say anything about who it is, what it's about,
okay.
But there's a guy on Twitter. He got banned from Twitter for saying some shit about another celebrity. Okay. And now he got a book deal that they paid him like $250 million up front for the book. And people are trying to protest him giving the book because they hate the book. But all they're doing is feeding the fuel, feeding the flames, feeding the fire. And so that's exactly what's going on here. Like people sitting around talking about Ariana Grande coming in there. They have like different countries play this shit on the news. Like they play it on the radio. They have they talk about it on commercials. They have all types of shit that just comes in. And the bad publicity, even if you freaking hate these people, is still feeding towards the game's ultimate purpose. Because and I can't, like, honestly, my opinion is just like I can't hate it. Yeah, somebody just figured out what I was talking about.
I'm about to look that up. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm excited to look it up now.
It's not. Did I insert a couple too many zeros? Hey, same difference. Freaking. So the thing is, they. I mean, it doesn't really it doesn't change the fact that this is already doing what it was intended to do. People are talking. Yep. People are excited. Yep. If we see the download count goes up, then this shit's going to be amazing. Like we can't complain about having more characters or more players in the game. The only thing we can complain about with having more people in the game is having more freaking friends unit slots. That's all we can bitch about.
Yeah, we need more friends units. That's a whole other thing. Yeah, what the hell are they doing? I heard that like the reason they don't people don't like to give huge friend unit slot things is because the game crashes. Because you remember when you would try to gift all your friends or look at all your friends, the game would crash all the time. Yeah. Apparently, trying to load up all those friends and all their different stuff for some reason crashes games, mobile games. So I don't know how true that is. I've heard that. But yeah, let's talk about this, Tech. Ariana Grande. So like you were saying, people don't like her. Something about a donut incident, her looking donuts or something.
I actually watched that yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I actually looked into it. What about other collabs? So what about the people who have the argument, hey man, like, why are we getting an Ariana Grande collab? Where's my Chrono Trigger collab? You know, where's my Dragon Quest collab? Where's this? So they have an argument, right? They have a voice.
They have a voice and they don't at the same time. I tried to explain this on my stream yesterday too for somebody. So imagine like what you got to think about is so you yourself, you're a content creator on YouTube, right?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So I also do YouTube videos, and we're doing our YouTube videos, and we're doing our thing normally, and we're making a little money off the ad revenue. Cool. That's awesome. We're making stuff for the community. Cool. That's awesome. But somebody comes up out of nowhere and says, "Hey, guy, I give you $1,000 to $2,000 if you do an ad for me during one of your videos, or you just make a video for me that has an ad. And I'll give you $2,000 for it." Are you going to say no?
Nope.
Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it only makes sense. Now, those other properties, like even if you have other stuff that is involved with you, like if you're doing a video and you want to have like you want to do a collab with me or say Zis or ePink or Kamian, Zesh, whoever is a member of the FFBE community and is a pretty active streamer, if you want to do one of the collabs with us, you can still do those at a later point. It doesn't eliminate the fact that you can do those. Okay. It just means they're pushed to the side until you finish this thing that you're being paid to do.
I see what you're saying.
Now, granted, it may not have been that way, specifically where she was paying them to do it. Maybe they were paying her, but either way, they saw an opportunity and they jumped on it. So, I mean, as a businessman, as a capitalist, can you really argue against doing something that is going to further your revenue? I mean, that's what they do. They're a company.
It's just. Did they? How much? Okay, so with how this works, how much time and effort did they have to put in to getting Ariana Grande collab, and them not like? I'm just worried because people tell me this all the time. And again, I'm new to phone games, guys. This is one of my first phone games. My first game, I'm worried about collabs. I'm worried about how like all the laws go into making collab, the whole rights of the characters. Like, how much work did they put into this Ariana Grande thing? They could have been going into getting like a Kingdom Hearts one done, or I don't even know. I'm just gonna make things up like Street Fighter or something crazy like that maybe gamers would love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my only argument. It's like they spend a lot of time into this. And I love it. I've already said that. I think it's a great idea for them publicity. And like you said, it's great for, them making money, them making the game, keep going, keep producing stuff out, keep making customers. But like, I don't know. Like, as far as a player, I think they do have an argument, man. I think they do have something to say.
I hear it. And I'm believing I would love to see freaking Frog in the goddamn game, man. I would love to see Chrono in the game. But those are Square Enix IPs. It's not like they're ever going anywhere. The big thing is like Gumi is doing their thing. Even if they were working on getting the the Secret of Mana collab ready, the Type 0 collab ready, the freaking Monster Hunter collab ready, even if they were working on getting all of these collabs done up, they were doing that on the side, man. And that's their thing. They were doing that as their main work, and then Square Enix came out of nowhere and says, "Hey guys, we got a deal for you. We need you to work on this." And probably it took them maybe a week or two to come up with sprites. That doesn't mean anything's really stopped. It just means that their development team had to take a quick break, because I'm assuming they unlike if you look at Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 14 has like 2 different development teams. They have a development team that works on nothing but the expansion. They did the same thing with Final Fantasy 11. They have a development team that works on nothing but the video game. And then they have a development team that works on nothing but the expansion. So the video game one does all of their patches, does like new jobs, does balance updates, and then they have another team that does the other thing. I don't think Gumi is as big as like the Final Fantasy 14 or 11 or any other department. Gumi is a pretty tiny company in my opinion compared to the other ones. I mean, they obviously don't work on consoles or PC games. They work specifically on mobile. So this isn't a huge thing. So I assume that their one development team had to stop production on either translating or other stuff, and then they worked on this for a little bit. But like I said, once the collab's done, it's not like they're doing anything further on that collab. It's over. So
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Sorry, I had to take a drink, man. I was
oh no, man, you want to tirade right there. You want to tirade.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see the closing arguments here for. Oh, all right. Do you think that Ariana? We both are in agreement that Ariana is probably going to be a character we can, right?
Yes.
You don't think they're going to throw up on a banner, right?
Actually, but my question is, what star do you think she's going to come in? What do you think her rating's going to be? Because I honestly feel she's going to be a 5-star.
You think? Okay.
I think she's going to be a 5-star, even if we pull her from the get-go, or I'm sorry, earn her from the get-go. I think she's going to be a 5-star character. And the reason being, like I said on my stream last night, I'd be pissed as shit if they just threw me in a video game, pixelated me, and then said, "Yeah, well, I'm as good as Shadow, guys. Just wanted to let you know, I'm on Shadow's level."
Like, she gets her, she's like, I'm gonna fight this boss, and the boss just shits on her, and she goes, looks up on these forum troll posts, like, Ariana Grande sucks. She's like, oh, that's okay, in the game. What the hell? Why am I not strong? Like, I don't know.
I'd be mad. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'd be mad as shit if I was her. So I think that she's gonna be a 5-star character. Will she become meta? I don't fucking know. I'm pretty sure we still have Ramza, who's another singer, and he has a pretty cool skill. We need to see what her skills are gonna be. We need to see what's going on with her, but I do think she's going to be a 5-star character. I honestly do. I think she's going to go to 6-star.
So you're thinking almost exactly like Maxwell then. You earn her, she's a 5-star, and probably she'll have her 6-star release when she comes out. I mean, I can't imagine like down the road them being like, Ariana Grande, 6-star upgrade, collab again. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a one-time deal, and they got her.
Yeah, and we both think she's going to be like a support character, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Like a support us character, singing,
I think
bard,
she's going to be same category as, I'd say either Ramza or maybe even slightly around what Sirius can do with green magic spells. They could do something interesting with her songs, doing elemental resistances instead of just purely buffing. So, but we'll see. I do think that she's going to be a cool-ass support character, though. Good job, Internet.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but how do you feel about it?
I think she's gonna be a bard-esque character. Yeah, I think she's gonna be support. I think is she gonna be 5-star? Probably. I could see them giving her 3-star and having to make us work up towards her 6-star. Maybe. I think she's gonna go 6-star. Right? Like they can't just make some shit character, but. Could be wrong. Like we don't know because this is like the first time I've had to deal with this before, right? So this is just speculation for me. Like I could see them making us go from 3-star to 6-star though. Like I could see them being like, "Here's your 3-star Ariana." No, but then they have to make more sprites, right? We have to think like that. It's more work. She has to have a 3-star, 4-star sprite. So she's probably 5-star. Fuck it, they ain't gonna put that much work into it. She's a 5-star going up to 6-star. She's gonna be a bard. What's her TM gonna be? What do you think? Like a microphone?
Actually, I really hope it's not, man. Like I'm actually hoping that, like my original idea, I'm hoping it's either. I'm hoping it's a mixture of what your idea was at first too, or my idea. Either it's going to be her headpiece that she has in the game, or it's going to be. I'm hoping something like a Brave suit, except instead of attack and magic, it does maybe defense and spirit, or something like that. Or maybe it's something like a Brave suit, except for specifically for females. Because we don't have anything else that does attack magic on gear like Brave Suit does. So,
right.
That's what I'm thinking. So even if her character sucks, at least her TM can be amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these questions will be answered on the 19th. That's when she's coming out, guys. So remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the arena, and this week is gonna be fun. Noctis got shit on again, even though technically he didn't, because we still have one of his cool skills.
Blizzard Flask, yep.
Yeah, so the special rules for this week are fire attacks are out. So goodbye, fire flask. You can't do that still. And parameter reductions are out. So that's no breaks. Goodbye, goodbye, Thunder Flask. But we still have Blizzard Flask, so we can still stop the shit out of people. And the bonus character for the week is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Go fucking figure. They need to make sure that Dark Fina's killing people. Yeah.
Who would have guessed it?
But I think that's it doesn't really change much in the arena. Like last week, I think was probably the roughest week for Noctis, because of Thunder Flask being his only available like AoE ability. So this week we still have Blizzard Flash. You can still stop people and you can still wreck them. For anybody who has multiple Noctises, stay the hell away from them in the arena because shit is about to get real.
They're about to stop the shit out of you.
Yeah, your entire party is just gonna get stopped if Noctis does amazing shit. So yeah, that's pretty much the arena. Oh, and also I do want to mention something else about the arena. Apparently, I saw a Reddit post about this. The arena reward system, like apparently in the text, I didn't even notice it because to me, like for the last month and some change, like the arena has been ending. Like every reset is on Thursday. That's just how it is. And I guess in the text it said that the arena was going to reset on 1/6/2017, which is today. As in tonight. It was supposed to reset at midnight tonight.
Yeah. I see they changed that to the 13th. It's 0113 now,
updated.
But we don't get any rewards.
Yeah.
We have no weekly rewards, man.
I'm pretty sure they fucked this up. That's what happened. They fucked something up. This is Gummy. We should know Gummy fucks things up all the time. But for anybody who thinks that, they should go by what the text says, just remember, the arena reset is always on Thursday. If it's the weekly reset, it always resets Thursday. If it's the monthly reset, it always resets on the first day of the month. So, if you haven't got that sunk in yet, absorb and remember, Thursday is always the weekly reset, no matter what they have up there, unless they put a message out stating, hey, just letting you know, reset is now on Friday. It's always Thursday. So don't be mad.
I'd assume the same way.
Yeah. Don't be mad that you didn't make it into the top 3,000 because you thought you had one more day to do it. It always resets on Thursday. Just let you know.
That's the norm. Got to go with that. Got to go with what we know, I guess.
Exactly. But that's about all I'm going to say on that one. I think we can go ahead and try to speculate what next week's banner is going to be. Even though I have no clue what's going on anymore, man.
Me either.
Clue. Like, this reminds me of what happened about a month ago when we thought we knew what was going down, and then they flipped the script on us.
And they just shit on all of our things. Yeah. They're like, nah, dude, you don't know shit. Type 0, what's that game? That game doesn't exist. Here's my question though, Tech. Do you know this? Was Type 0 big in Japan and not big in the Western culture?
Yes. And actually, the problem is Type 0 when it came out, it was specifically in Japan. They ported it over to us on the PS4, and it wasn't a very good port. It just looked like a bag of ass. It played like a bag of ass. What was it on first
originally?
I think it was on Vita or PS Vita or something like Vita or PSP, something like that. But it was a handheld game. They brought it over. They gave us on the PS4. It sucked, in my opinion, on the PS4. But a lot of people bought. Like the numbers were up for Type 0, and there was only one reason for it. And that's because Type 0 got bundled with the Final Fantasy 15 demo. That was the only way you could access the demo at the time. Plain and simple, you got Type 0, you could get the demo. So the numbers, the sales were amazing. So,
oh, yeah, I remember that. That's the only reason I bought it.
That was the only reason I bought it. I bought it because I wanted to play the demo.
I just remember that. I go down and get it. It says Final Fantasy 15 demo on it, right?
Yep, that was the whole reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, that's cool. Yeah, I remember that now.
So I bought it. I tried out Type 0 for maybe an hour. I was like, ooh, this is not for me, man. I think that game made me up. Yeah, the camera was bad. The HD I guess remastering of it for or the port for it just didn't run smoothly on a PS4. I'm sure it would have been great on a smaller system. Didn't have to look fidelity as beautiful as it needed to be on a PS4. It just didn't. Like the cutscene, the opening cutscene though, that shit was dope. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now it's all the memories are flooding back to me. I remember everything you're saying is true. Everything. Like that is so right.
Yeah.
So I guess it was just like
I just didn't enjoy it.
And they converted it and then it just had a big flop. So so going back to future banner speculation, what's happening, Tech? What's your ideas?
I mean, I would like to say Type 0 is coming because eventually they have to get back on track. But I guess they could just push Type 0 to the side. Because I mean, really, there's only a couple characters in the Type 0 banner that are really worth getting. There's only a couple TMs from the Type 0 banner that are worth getting. But it'd be kind of weird for them not to give us Type 0 since they just gave us the game last year. So I assume it's got to be there, and we really need to get back on track at some point.
We need to get back on track, but they released Kingsglaive for, our boys in Japan, our Japan version, right? They released Kingsglaive.
Yeah.
We have to get Kingsglaive soon. Like, I always try to think, like, nah, man,
I don't think so.
I used to say that. But why, though? There's no hype around it if they bring it back in a year. No one will even know about Kingsglaive. Like, I'm not saying they won't know about it. Sorry. We'll both remember. But,
we'll remember.
But it's, like, dead, right?
I mean, it's not. It's not. Think
it's
about
like them
it,
bringing a Spirited Away banner up. It's like, that's what it's called, right?
Just think about this. Yes, you mean Spirits Within?
That's it.
Fuck that,
man. That's
Fuck
it.
that.
I'm just saying,
they never do that shit.
It's like them bringing back an old movie and giving us things for it, right? Or no?
Yeah,
you disagree?
I disagree only because like Type 0, Final Fantasy Tactics, even though it has a huge following. I mean, how long ago did that thing come out? And people are still excited about getting Orlando.
It's definitely, yeah, but it's
a game. But Nyx was a bad motherfucker, wasn't he?
I mean, I agree. I think Nyx was a fucking cool as shit. I'm just worried they won't give it to us. So
hey, that's the thing, man. I think there's enough following around Kingsglaive, around Nyx himself, in order for him to warrant. I mean, Onion Knight just came out. Who even thinks about Onion Knight? You know what I mean?
That's true.
But people are super excited about getting him later on because he has this dual wield at like level 1. So yeah, I think when the Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive banner comes around, we'll get that shit. I think we'll get it eventually. I think it's going to be way down the road, but I think they really need to stop messing the order up. Like if freaking just get back on the JP schedule. You know what I mean? If you want to throw some collabs in there, that's fine. Throw the collabs in and push shit back out a week. You know what I'm saying? Do not fuck the entire thing up for goddamn months. And then they're like, oh, hey, I know this is out of order completely, but here's Type 0. You know what I mean? Like, don't just get us back on track, man. Get us back on track. I need to know Orlando is coming on the 27th now, or because that's also a possibility. There is a small chance, very tiny chance, that the Final Fantasy Tactics banner could happen next week now.
You think now? Okay, so you're thinking they're going to have 2 banners. It'll be Dark Fina and then possibly Tactics next week.
Possibly, it's possible.
It's a possibility, but
it's possible. Unlikely.
Unlikely, sure, but I mean that's definitely a possibility. It has to be coming soon.
Yeah.
But then you know what's going to happen with this tech? We're always going to have the Type 0 ghost haunting us until they release it. We're always going to think, nah, it's going to be Type 0. It's going to be Type 0.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it. I mean, here's what I think is going to happen next week, Tech. I think we're not getting a banner.
You think next week we're not getting a banner?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think next week we're getting a new trial. I think we're getting Rain 6-star upgrade, and we might get some more story, but that's it. I don't think there's a new banner coming next week. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I'm worried about, man. I think they're too up in arms about this Ariana Grande collab, and I think they're just going to be like, cool, Maja Fina is out till the 19th. Guess what comes out 19th? Ariana Grande. We'll throw them another, because they're behind on the trials too. They're way behind on the trials, I think. We're like behind 2 trials at least. I guess it's not way behind, but in my opinion it is, because you get a trial, then you wait like 3 or 4 weeks, you get another trial, you wait 3 or 4 weeks. Being behind 2 is like being behind 2 months. So like, I think next week we get a trial. We get Rain 6-star because that's behind 2. That was supposed to come with Shizuru 6-star, and maybe the next part of that, the new story, maybe. But that's what I think's happening. So I don't know.
I mean, we can see, man. We'll see. I'm gonna, because the way I'm looking at it, next week, either next week or the 27th. The 27th is the last date in January that we can get Orlando. I'm feeling that because I was honestly sure that we were going to get him on the 20th. But if Ariana's coming out on the 19th, 20th time frame, that's not happening, right?
Well, maybe. Shit, I don't know. Would they be willing? I don't think they'd be willing to have an Ariana collab and all that. I'm going to put hype in quotation marks with the collab, and also have like spoiled, because they know, that Gumi and Alim and Square Enix, they know the hype around Orlando. They know the global wants him, so I don't think they would waste it with Ariana too. You know, so
nah, yeah,
I don't know.
Plus, I mean, if they're trying to hype up that, then I honestly, like, as much as we love characters coming in the game, if Orlando is dropped when Ariana comes out, I give 2 shits about Ariana. It's all about that Orlando. If there's an actual
everybody will give 2
Ariana,
about
fuck
it.
her.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't need her character.
They know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I'm gonna lean towards Type 0 for next week. I'm gonna lean towards it. I'm gonna lean towards. You don't have to agree with it. You don't. You think there's gonna be no banner? We'll see. We'll fucking see.
I don't know. Actually, you're kind of right too, because Type 0 just isn't that hype. So like, at least not for me, and I don't think it is that big for the community either. So
I don't think
maybe they drop that. And also, apparently, I was way wrong. We are not behind on trials. We're not even. Apparently, we're not even behind at all. I thought I remember reading we're behind a couple of trials. But yeah, apparently I'm wrong. Apparently we're caught up on trials.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think more or less. I just want more trials. Maybe I'm maybe I'm just like triggering inner hate, and I want more trials. I'm like, we're behind on trials. God damn it! Give us more trials. Baby. I want some cool shit. Yeah.
Where's Gilgamesh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think it goes. We have to get Europa first, and then it shows Gilgamesh. I'm actually looking at it now. So.
All right.
Yeah, Europa and then Gilgamesh.
Okay, that's no problem. Well, all right. That's pretty much that. We're gonna go ahead and take some questions now. Let's get all that that Ariana hate out there. See what you think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be questions about that, man. But yeah, I really can't wait till we get that Gilgamesh trial, man. I'm really looking forward to having a new sword besides Sakura Fubuki. Yeah. Midnight Fang says, Tech Maki, what collab do you want to see in FFBE? Can be anything. Honestly, that is a tough one. I would really like to see that Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger, like a Chrono series. Maybe not Chrono Cross, but Chrono Trigger specifically. Collab. That would be really cool. But a Kingdom Hearts collab would be awesome. I don't need all the Disney characters. I just need Sora. I need Kairi. And I need maybe Roxas. I like Roxas. Or the dudes from... Nah, I don't need that. What I need is like... I also need some of those three kids from Birth by Sleep. Those guys were freaking awesome.
Yeah. You talking about the three? Awesome. You talking about
the three ones? They
Veritas. You talking about the three, like the actual three main characters? Or you talking about somebody else?
No, like Birth by Sleep. Yeah, it had like those three characters. I think one of them was green, red, and blue. I think they had different keyblades, and they were fighting, like they were in the Keyblade War.
Oh yeah. I think it's Veritas, Aqua, and then why can't I remember our boy's name?
I don't remember, man. I have the game somewhere. I just can't. I don't remember the characters. I probably pull it up on my or my PSP if I need to figure it out.
But I don't remember his name. It's Aqua, Veritas, and then I think his name is Veritas. Why can't I remember his name? Help me. Terra. It's Terra.
Terra. Yeah.
Terra. That's it.
Yeah. So I would like to see that, but it's probably unlikely.
It's Ventus. It's not even Veritas. It's fucking Veritas from this goddamn FFBE. I'm so dumb. Yeah. Ventus.
It's cool.
Sorry about that,
guys.
Cool,
homie. No problem. All right. What else we got, man? What else we got? You see a question you want to get in on?
Wimmercool. Did you learn today to use all your ticket summons before your Lapis pulls? Probably should have done that, Wimmercool. Apparently ticket summons OP. Damn, dude.
So, you feel that way?
No.
You honestly feel? Yeah, I don't. I think for tickets, I save them for specific characters personally. And the tickets are, like, I might use a couple on this one, but I really want to use tickets for Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So, get as many chances as I can for that bad boy. Would some collab be the best? What? Sam's? What? I don't know what that is specifically. You see anything else? ETA guesses on next Esper and will it be Odin? That was by Rowan244, and the next Esper will be Odin according to the design they have, the actual like update schedule. And that should be the end of this month. That should be. I think we get an Esper every 2 months or so now. So we should be getting.
What was the last story we had? I'm sorry. What was the last story? One we got? Like, what are we in? Are we in Zoldad?
Yes, Zoldad Part 1.
Okay. It's Part 2.
Zoldad Part 2 should be Odin.
Yeah, it brings us Odin. Yep. Yeah. You are correct.
Yeah. And then after that, we should be about another 2 months, and we should be getting Titan. I think it's Titan. And then after that, it should be Lakshmi. And then at some point, we should be getting our 3-star upgrade, so we can reset all our Espers. So
is that already out in Japan?
I don't know. I have to pay attention to that. Actually, I just saw somebody mention something cool. It was by JDrizzle1234 and Star Ocean. And I personally Star Ocean 2 because I know you, Clay, haven't played Star Ocean 2, but Claude was the shit. And my little was it Reyna, the blue haired chick from the Village Man? They were awesome, and of course anyway. There were some really cool characters in Star Ocean 2. I wouldn't mind Till the End of Time though. I did like that one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Till the End of Time is the one I played, my time favorite. I going into the big dungeon that goes on forever, right? It was like at the end of the game was some dungeon. You could level forever too, right? You can get like 999 or something.
255, I thought it was, wasn't it?
Oh, 255. Well, see, that's the thing. I remember that too. Like I remember something being on 255. I thought maybe the dungeon goes on forever. I can't remember, but yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I think the max was 255. That was like one of the things that they kept up from. I think it was Star Ocean 2 when they had the 255 thing included in it. And then they just kept going with that for some reason.
Okay. Here's a good one for us, Tech. Clay and Tech, this is from Quantum Hawk. Are you guys worried that if Ariana Grande collab is successful, it will set a precedent in bringing real-life, non-FF characters in the future? In other words, do you think this is a one-time thing or testing the waters for their business model for the future units? I'll let you answer first, Tech.
Honestly, I do think this is them testing the waters because, as I stated earlier, this isn't the first. Like in the JP side, they have multiple idols in their game. It's not just one. But the JP side likes it. So if they get a lot of community backlash from doing so, it may turn into a one-time thing. But I do think they're testing the waters, and they want to see how well received it is. So right now there might be a lot of hate, but if the Ariana character turns out to be pretty amazing, and if the collab is done well, like we actually get decent lore for her write-up is beautiful, TM's nice. I think some people are going to change their mind. Like I don't want to say that the gamers are fickle, but we can hate things as much as we want, and then as soon as we are proven wrong, people change their ideas. Oh, you got that sitting right there? Nice.
Yeah. I forgot to bring it out, but yeah. So yeah, I totally agree with you, Tech, on everything. Definitely probably have a couple more.
You keep cutting out, bro. You keep cutting out.
It's because I'm away from the fucking mic.
Yep.
But yeah, so I agree with you. That's all I'm gonna say. I agree with you, 100%.
Okay. Need another question now.
Oh, here's one from Zesh.
Okay. Give it to
Do you want me to read it?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
In the year 2017, what is Enter the Farplane's goal focus to connect with Square Enix or Gumi in regards to getting hints, giveaways, info on new banners, characters, items, and progression? Think you'll get some recognition from the company finally?
Honestly, I want to say this is going to happen eventually because like the way I see it is eventually people can't be ignored, right? If we have been doing this, we've been doing this for what 14. This is our 14th week technically, or 15th week. We missed one, but this is the 14th episode. So we have more episodes in the Taiwan channel out. You know what I mean? And
we have right now. I think we have 395 viewers.
Yeah.
We both of us are bringing. I don't know, man. I just feel like they should at least. Maybe we should try reaching out to them.
That's what I think.
Wish they would throw us a bone or something. I don't know. But
yeah, I'm considering dropping them an email. So
yeah,
we'll see.
We hope so, Zesh. Thanks so much. We hope so.
Yeah, we always want to move to bigger and better things. There's nothing. Improving this show, even if this isn't our main thing, is definitely something that we would like to do. We want to make it better for you guys, a better experience. So if we can get that inside information, it would be awesome. And of course, I'm sure they would give us like some type of NDA that we can't talk about specific shit, but at least we'll know it too.
We got a question from Ogmi. Should I level Delita if I currently use Warrior of Light as my breaker, but also have Noctis in my party? I personally don't think so. Warrior of Light should be getting his upgrade soonish. And also Noctis can just break for you too. Delita's pretty much only use is to break and then have a really awful fucking attack animation. So yeah, don't do it.
You don't like his whole.
It's just.
Oh my god, it's greatness, man.
Wood chopper. The wood chopper's here, the lumberjack.
I'm just gonna answer this one real quick from Bucket Toast. He says, if Gummy has a collab with Marvel DC, which would you prefer? First, we know that's never gonna happen because Disney is too stingy with their shit, and DC, they're just tainting themselves all over unless it has to do with their TV shows. So I'd like to see Marvel personally because I'm a big fan of the Marvel characters.
Same.
Yeah.
Who's your boy in Marvel? Who would you want?
Who's my boy? I love Spider-Man. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Spider-Man is always my favorite, dude. Always.
Same.
I've been like, he's just my, there you go, man. There you go. Like, he's actually the first Marvel character I ever learned how to draw. I love drawing Spider-Man. Favorite thing in the world, man. He's just always flexible. He's very witty. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take about
question.
four more minutes worth of questions.
Okay, so a question from Shay: are you guys ready for the new players incoming, like the fans of Ariana Grande who have never played RPG? Will you bring new content for the real basics? I'm ready for it. I'm definitely. I think you are too, Tech, right?
Yeah, I already have guides that are in the works. I have a list of shit that I need to start working on. I know, Clake, you're not a huge fan of like basic guides, but I'm sure you'll be popping them out too eventually.
I'm always wanting to talk to new people and try to teach them what it is.
Exactly.
And that's what I feel like. Video game, video game or just nerds in general, or people. I call us nerds, but they're geeks. Any kind of name you want to put in what we are. Otaku. We're very inviting. We normally, you're at a card game state, you're at a card shop, you guys are playing a game. Say it's a board game. Normally, when I know there are a bunch of nerds, I feel like I can come up to them and they'd be more than welcome to bring us in. So the one thing about our community that's really awesome, and that I've learned from you guys and you too, Tech, like everybody, is we're pretty welcoming. Like for the most part, we're welcoming of new people. We're welcoming to try to help people. We always try to help people out. So I'm actually more excited for the challenge of trying to teach them and get them into games and help them have a good time in the game. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I completely agree. I think the bringing of the new players is not only good for business for them, but it's also good for us as streamers. We'll have a bigger base to talk to, more people to teach, and I think that's good for everyone. I'm not saying that we are experts at this game, because as you can tell throughout the last 14 weeks of this show, we definitely get shit wrong all the time.
All the fucking time.
we grow as players, and we do research all the time also for YouTube, for the stream, and so it's good for this information to be shared with everyone else. It's very good for this information to be shared. And if we have new players to the FFBE game, it's just teaching them simple things, which to some, like I taught recently somebody the way to lock your character parties in the option chat, or in the options menu, so that you're not always having your TM farms party set up in the arena or for your Coliseum or your friends unit. And there are actual veterans that just don't know about things like that, and the noobs, they're not going to know about it either, because who cares about the options, right?
Right.
Yeah. I see a cool question here. Tech Maki, Clake Uzalt, which are you guys more excited for, Cloud or Sephiroth to release?
I mean, I don't know how to say this without getting ridiculed, but I am not a fan. Like,
you're not a fan of what?
Sephiroth.
Oh,
there's a problem. There's a problem with that, though. There's a problem with that. I'm a huge fan of Cloud, and there's a problem with that, though. I do know Crisis Core, but I never played it. So I know of it. I never had a PCP pipe. No, I've never had a PSP. I've never had a Vita. I've never been able to play this. But I know he has a really good backstory in that, right? We learn more about him, and
yes,
he becomes more in depth. But as far as Seven goes, I mean, he's a badass, but at the same time, I don't know. He just seems too much of a badass. I don't know. That's weird. What about you?
Man, we can maybe we should talk offline about doing like a lore show or some shit. I don't know.
Sure.
Not just about the game, but just lore in general. So I would really teach you some things about these characters, man. I have so much stupid information about all these FF characters locked in my head.
The problem with this is, and people like that, we're gonna bring this up too. People like to ridicule me, man, you don't know that. It's bro, I played games when I was freaking 12 and 14, and I've never replayed them.
Yeah, no,
so I don't know all of this stuff.
Man. I think it's cool. I've never heard of Earthbound. I started playing games. My first RPG was FF6. I think I've said this numerous times. And then after FF6, I didn't play another RPG until Final Fantasy VII and Xenogears and shit. I didn't play another RPG till then. There was a lot of shit in between that I just said, I think I got Street Fighter. You know what I mean? I just didn't care that. So I get it, man. There was another one, man.
Wait, did you pick who you liked, Sephiroth or Cloud?
Oh no, I did. Cloud still. I like Sephiroth is a cool character, but the way I see it, and I know some people are probably gonna get mad about this as well, because they think that Sephiroth should be the first 7-star character. And I really think it's gonna be Cloud, man. Sephiroth got beat twice. I don't give a shit what. I'm sorry, 3 times technically. 3 times. This obviously indicates he's not the baddest motherfucker in the world. Just saying.
Oh man.
You can go with my logic if you want to or not, but he was the main antagonist, and he got fucking stomped on 3 times. I don't give a shit what anybody says. So that's just me.
Damn,
I mean, at least Kefka managed to blow the world up. You know what I'm saying? At least he managed to do that. It may not have been his original intention, but at least he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sephiroth almost got to blow the world up. He was close, but he never just quite made it
Yo,
there.
you
know
hear
what I
this?
mean?
You hear this? Benjamin Solo. What? Well, if you include Sora, ... Sephiroth got beat 3 times in Kingdom Hearts 2. Fuck his ass.
Well, shit. If you're including Sora, technically he got beat 4 times. Because I'm talking, he got beaten Crisis Core, he got beaten he got beaten Final Fantasy VII, he got beaten Advent Children. I mean, every game he's designed to be in, he's made to get beat. So this indicates. I mean, he's a cool character. He's very popular. I'm glad you were rooting for the underdog, but he's just not designed to win.
Yeah.
Ever. You
I
know?
mean, so I haven't completed 6, but from things I've heard, Kefka is a fucking demon, dude.
Yeah,
he's a real bad guy. He's a fuck. Like he is like something you should be scared of. I guess Sephiroth was too, but
Sephiroth was a mean motherfucker. He was.
He was.
He took out a village. Good job for him. You know, Nibelheim was just destroyed. Fire and shit. Well, Kefka blew up the world. Like, the game's map changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying. Do you think they sourced the interns? I gotta read this. Midnight Fangs, do you think the interns did Ariana Grande sprite, or did they source out? I'm not gonna hate on the interns this time. So
give him some props on that Ariana.
Yeah, if they did the Ariana Grande sprite, I think it looks amazing. Good job, guys. You learned your lesson since VLC Fina. Fucking spot on. And if they sourced it out, better luck next time. You know what I mean? You'll get there. They'll give you your shot at the gold.
Sure.
All right, one last question, then we're gonna go ahead and call it quits.
Okay. There you go, Boofles. Hey, dudes, considering the struggle I'm having in this event, can you guys share some horror stories with this game if you have any? Or just in general? Tech, you definitely have one. Hit me up with your horror story.
You want to know about the recall incident?
The recall incident. Yeah, just tell your recall
incident story. For many of the viewers here, they're well aware of this. It was a tragic mistake. I went into the Golbez Tower, which I'm still looking forward to something like that, and I hear this is so the Aquapolis is going to get me amped. But I went into the Golbez Tower. I had Tella with me. Things were going okay. We got to Golbez, and I was already my team had already got killed twice beforehand. And so when I went into this one, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to wreck Golbez. Finally got my team set up. And Golbez went apeshit on my dudes, killed everybody but Tella. And in my infinite wisdom, I was like, I'm going to cast Recall because this dude was no shit sitting at 1% health, man. Like, probably less than 1%. And so I was I'm going to cast Recall. More times than not, this dude casts freaking Araga or some shit. More if you cast Recall. So I was like, yeah, just hit Recall. It's right there. Just click that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of casting Araga or just something that could do damage, he casted Death. And of course, Golbez, being a boss, was immune to death. And then he looked at Tella like that was a mistake. That was a mistake. And then he casted Death on Tella, and Tella died. And I was like, this is fucked up.
Damn.
So that was my horror story. Yeah. You got anything like that, Clake?
No, dude. Not even close.
No? Okay.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
Nothing like that, man. KO.
KO indeed, man. I went down. I was mad. I came back and I fucking destroyed him. I was pissed. But that was what happened to me, guys. But anyway, enough horror stories.
All right, buddy. That was a great. I think it was a great episode. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Let's go ahead and say goodbye. I'm gonna let Clake go first, as usual.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. We'll be back next week with more stuff, hopefully, to watch. You guys can catch me on Twitter, YouTube, on Twitch if you guys want to. I'm always willing to help you guys out, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Yep, and I'm Tech Maki, and this is not a life vest. It's just a short or sleeveless fucking hoodie, jackasses. All right, that's what this is.
Check the tag. If it says life vest, you're in trouble.
So I'm Tech Maki. You can also find me on Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, whatever. So as usual, always a pleasure doing this for you guys. We'll see you next week. Hopefully we have some interesting news for you guys. But you guys have a great night. I'm gonna go and get ready for my polls. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So it's not a life fest. I don't know why people want to say this is a life fest, dude. It is so not a life fest. Like, life fests are all orange and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's a fancy life vest, you know, for the person who wants to look fancy when they have the life vest on.
I guess so. A fancy life vest. Whatever, dude. Whatever.